fuck is the new stuff?
Are some of the most irrational and delusional people I've ever seen. Because let me get this straight. You want to hurt Elon Musk and you want to stop him from doing the best that he can to get our government to be efficient and show us transparency or where all our tax money is going, instead of the last administration hiring 87,000 IRS employees to audit you and your $600 Venmo payments. So you don't want that, right? You don't want him to make our government more efficient, and you want to hurt him by boycotting Tesla. So what's going to happen? Let's say he loses all of Tesla, right? The guy is worth like $400 billion. He owns 13% of Tesla. So the Tesla portion of his wealth is about 150 billion. So what, he's gonna go down to worth 250 billion? Oh my God, his life is ruined. How can he live on 250 billion instead of 400 billion? And people are saying, yeah, he's in it to enrich himself. Like what? And he has your data and your social security number. He's gonna go check in on your $300 bank account or apply for a Best Buy credit card in your name. Like, just be more irrational, guys. Boycotting Tesla and hurting Tesla will only hurt America, American jobs, and American investments. What do you think? Who do you think is invested in Tesla? Everyone and their mother who owns the S&P 500 owns a part of Tesla, the stock Tesla, the company. All the workers, tens of thousands of American workers, American hardworking, smart workers, work for Tesla. If Tesla goes away, all these people lose their jobs. Who's going to benefit? You know who's going to benefit? Not America. China will be the leader in EVs. China will be the leader in AI. China will be the leader in robotics, humanoid robots. So just boycotting Tesla and saying that's going to hurt Elon Musk is so silly and delusional. And the best one of them is selling your Tesla in order to boycott. You already gave your money to Tesla and Elon Musk. Selling your Tesla, that doesn't hurt him at all. That's not coming out of his money. That's not doing anything. That's only robbing you from owning the best car that you ever drive in your life. Because Teslas are the safest, most American-made cars. So boycotting Tesla and boycotting Elon Musk only hurts you and American people. Doesn't hurt Elon. Doesn't hurt what he's doing with the government. He's going to continue to do it. And you're going to feel the benefits of this. And you're going to feel so dumb when you actually feel the benefits of what he's doing in Doge. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know what your...
Yeah, I've already seen this one.
I'll buy you. Oh, PJ Gringo. Get out of my fucking way. Oh, damn.
Oh, right. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh. Oh. Lights out. Lights out.
You? I'll buy you, faggot.
That was lights out for that guy.
Replaced with a real proper passport, which I went to the federal passport agency today in LA.
The U.S. God damn. That's 8% of the national debt. Let's check this with AI. Kat Patel is recently sworn in as FBI director. Okay. How do I copy this? Copy. We're gonna add this into our notes. Maybe I don't like that one. I have my Telegram here. So I put a lot of stuff in my Telegram. Just easier. Just so I can just transfer like 5 or 6 files at a time. Oh, this. Yeah, I'll do that later. Okay, let's go back. The claim ties into the border concerning the healthcare fraud, which is the FBI led by Patel. Where's the receipt? I want to see these receipts.
is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then he...
First of all, I have these bookmarks. Which... I reposted them. Let's look at these wins.
So, here we go.
Chris Hegstrom. I am the Director of Media Relations for the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. I want to take a moment to welcome a couple people here. Obviously, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, Mike Zullo standing behind, and then sitting down is Bob Corbin, who is the former county attorney, former board of supervisor, former attorney general for the state of Arizona, and past president of the NRA. Thank you for being here, Bob.
And helping Joe.
And helping Joe, right? Today, Sheriff Arpaio and Mike Zullo are going to share information to you on a case that they've been working since August of 2011.
No, I only watched like 5 minutes of it. What the fuck? Only one post? I thought I did like 7.
Since the beginning of this...
Okay. Oh, well, I guess I didn't do it. Grog list. No. Are these gonna be all it? We must take back every prize controlled by... Yeah, that's true. They do have a lot of land. You know, how much do they own? Let's see if this will tell us. How much land does China own in... China. Damn, I should ask ChatGPT. Oh well, this is gonna take a minute. I don't know why this takes so slow. I will go back to that one. Have you ever tried listening to the government? That was funny.
Bullshit.
The dumbest son of a bitches in the world, all right?
This son of a bitch. Sleeping son of a bitch, I'll tell you. We'll get that son of a bitch out. Get that son of a bitch off the field. Son of a bitch. Hey, by the way, folks, if I ever use the F-bomb, I think I'd get the electric chair. Do you agree?
Listen, you motherfuckers.
Can you imagine if I used the F-bomb? It would be the electric chair, right?
You're not gonna raise that fucking price.
And you can tell them to go themselves.
That's when I realized he was a fucking idiot. Over the next 300 fucking years,
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them.
I would bomb the out of him. Somebody ought to sue his ass off. All right.
Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. Kiss Barack Obama's ass. You bet your ass up.
They don't give a shit.
Shit. Shit. Everything woke turns to shit.
That for real, that's facts.
I touch the bar until I see it stop for more than a second. Let's go.
RFJK doing this shit? It's just wild. I thought this was valid. Alright, well, I thought I had more, but I guess not. Actually, there is one that's missing. They deleted it. about the COVID one. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. COVID. They were in an interview. Let's see if I can find that. Is this one? No, no, no. Treason. Huh, this is new. No such limitation for treason, Russian gay, Hunter's laptop Biden, stolen election 2020, lawfare against Trump, COVID, and much, much more. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT this shit. God damn, this shit rarely loaded. It says China owns 9.59 million square miles. Kilometers. Oh, 3 million square miles. God damn. Alright, well, you're taking too slow. Let's see if this one, can you list the conspiracy theories? I have no idea how to spell. Conspiracy theories. Theories? You gotta threaten it sometimes. Here's a series of things that I'm making. Conspiracy theories, claims the Trump and Russia collision narrative was a hoax, orchestrated by the deep state, the Democratic Party, and Trump's presidency. Counter investigation found Russia interference with the election, but no evidence, and they figured. The FDA and the mainstream media suppresses Hunter Biden laptop before 2020 election to protect Joe Biden. That was stupid as fuck. The auditors missed it as Russia disinformation, but later verified the laptop authenticity. Oh, well. Stolen election 2020, the election was rigged through widespread of the voter fraud, ballot harvesting, manipulation to voting machines, especially in the swing states. No court found significant evidence to overturn results, audits, and recognition. Yeah, this shit's gay. Lawfare, I already know that one. This one. No, this one. This is the claim. I'm gonna put this one in the chat. Major claim. This is a major claim. Let's ask more on the COVID-19. Can you give more insight? Now, let's go to, let's see if I can find this freaking video. This is the Jeffrey Epstein's list. I don't believe it's all of them though. I've seen some of these yesterday. This one shocked me. Michelle Obama. That one shocked me. Bernie Sanders, I wonder what the fuck he was doing. Bill Clinton. Where's Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton's right here. Damn, damn, damn. Robert Dale Jr., Robert De Niro. Yeah, that's expected. I wouldn't have minded that one. No, what the fuck? Okay, let's see.
calling this the Chinese virus. A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China.
Mr. President, can you just respond to Kamala Harris's campaign attacking you for being in this town because they say there were white supremacists?
Who was here in 2021? Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
You have very low unemployment rate in the U.S. and we have a very high unemployment rate in France. How come? What's the recipe for?
Well, maybe we have a better president than you do.
Your research says that there are, for immigrants on the whole,
Come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out.
I'll get it out.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, it was just a follow-up of what I just asked you, sir.
You ready? We have the president of Finland. Ask him a question.
I have one for him. I just wanted to follow up on the one that I asked.
Did you hear
what
me?
Did you want?
Did you hear me?
Yes,
Ask him a question.
I will, but
I've given you a long answer. Ask this gentleman a question. Don't be rude. Okay, question? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her.
No.
She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not. You never do. What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Hey, put her on blast. On blast. What the hell? Who's gonna get stung? No way this was gonna fucking eat them. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with 45k people liking this? Neon. 30k. Oh, the pilot behind the dramatic crash, the flipped. Damn women. Hey, I'm just only saying what's on here.
And anyone that thinks the American dream is dead, just look right here. You're talking to a first-generation Indian kid who's about to lead the law enforcement community of the greatest nation on God's green earth. I know the media's in here, and if you have a target, that target's right here. It's not the men and women at the FBI. You've written everything you possibly can about me that's fake, malicious, slanderous, and defamatory. Keep it coming. Bring it on. Anyone that wishes to do harm to our way of life and our citizens here or abroad will face the full wrath of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And if you seek to hide in any corner of this country or any corner of this planet, we will put on the world's largest manhunt and we will find you.
This is crazy. What are the Diddy allegations? Over 120 individuals. Supposedly, this lawsuit got rejected. Here, let's ask ChatGPT what ChatGPT thinks about this. Oh, this is the COVID thing. Leaked claims it either was deliberately engineered or accidentally released from the lab, possibly a part of a larger agenda. Bro, this shit's crazy. It's just telling you. Versions of delivery of bioweapon release, accidental leak, cover-up allegations, critical origins from the WHO, Fauci, Chinese government instead of the public about its origins, that are accountability for real. The proximity of the Wuhan lab is initially outbreak raised suspicion. The U.S. intelligence investigated reports of the sick lab workers in 2019. No direct evidence proving COVID-19 is engineered as a bioweapon. Some studies suggest natural zoonotic origins, jumping from animals to human. See, now, I did hear COVID was possible back 2013. I want to see somewhere around there. But it wasn't mainstream because it was still too small of a virus to go airborne, quote unquote. But I don't know. That's what I had heard. Don't know how true it is. She said that her son got it, and then after that he became fine. But it was just weird that that incident had happened. Yeah, that's really showing us anything. Okay, what was I gonna ask? What was I gonna ask? What was I gonna ask? Oh. Paste. Did she redact? How the redact the allegations? No. I swear somebody had put it that she redacted it. Let me see. Did anyone redact? How the hell do you say redact? Redact. Redact. I don't know how to spell. Retarded, basically. Redacted. Redacted. The allegations. See, that's crazy. The withdrawal involving Jay-Z and... See? Okay, the withdrawal of the lawsuit involving Jay-Z and Diddy, the federal woman who claims is filed... Okay. Jane Doe was assaulted in 2000. She was 13. Jay-Z publicly denied all allegations. I heard that there was a team that made them retract their claims. I mean, this is kind of just proving it. So maybe the ex-girlfriend didn't, but let's paste this public. Okay. And 2K. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess that's the max. Diddy's ex-wife didn't retract allegations, but Jane Doe and possibly other victims. I mean, I assume. I don't think their team wanted this kind of publicity. Let's see. Allegations. Diddy's. Okay. So that's crazy. He's going to federal prison. Well, I heard he's getting diddied. Let me see. Diddy prison updates. I heard he's getting he's throwing Diddy parties in there. P. Diddy is over lawyer quits. He's defending P. Diddy charges too much. Holy shit. That's a colorful array. Just this one. How the fuck do you use this one? Is there a cat? I don't think this is P. Diddy's house. This is the LA mansion. It's not a mansion. Here to confiscate a room full of contraband. I don't think getting the it's fucking disgusting. Let's reverse this. Reverse image. Upload in it. Oh fuck. Documents, pictures. Bro, what? Ah, this is fake. Not gonna type anything. Oh well, that's fake. Racketeering. God damn, racketeering. P. Diddy hires private. God damn, I wouldn't doubt it.
And security agents this week. He's been charged with sex trafficking, kidnapping, bribery, and a lot more. On this show, we discussed his deviant sex parties in which he coerced women into engaging in days-long public sex displays with male prostitutes. He's accused of taking videos of those encounters and using them to blackmail the participants. But according to our music industry insider, Sean Combs' crimes could be even worse than what's being described.
Oh, wait, no,
and
that's
other
Jeffrey
famous
Epstein.
faces could also be implicated. Joining me now is founder of Jaco Boolean's Ministry.
That's Jeffries. Let's see. Diddy list. I did see these. I've seen this one. But this was like when it first came out. Is this the whole P. Diddy list? Let's ask this shit. Is this real? Is this the real one? Okay, Diddy Stubbs, Olderville. See, no. I think there should be more. See, that's only 40. That's almost 100. 64s, 80, 90. that's 41. Oh. There's some few that are missing. There are a few names that are missing, but I don't think that's the real Diddy list.
Joy Behar and others. Robert De Niro, Rob Reiner, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar and others from The View. Rachel.
And others from The View. This is trash. Either way, sick bastards. Edwin Schuldman joins Joe Rogan podcast to expose corruption. Oh. Where? Oh, it's not gonna let me do it because I'm on YouTube here. Let me see. How the fuck can I do it? How can I go into incognito mode to search it there? Oh, this is probably it. YouTube. Oh, but this doesn't like me. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan.
Hello, freak bitches.
Okay.
So if you've purchased a faulty car in California and want a huge check like I've got here, here's what you do. Use this app. It's called the Case Connect.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Mike Baker, good to see you, my friend.
It's good to be seen. Thank you, Mr. Rogan. Thank you.
You're taking notes already?
I am. He said, good to see you. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I do this.
So
right?
tell everybody what you were doing in the Middle East, because it's pretty crazy. Pretty
thank
interesting.
You. Yeah, thank you for that. Look, it all started with some colleagues of mine from the UK Special Forces Club. And these guys are tremendous, right? But Howard Leadham and some others who came up with an idea. They said, look, we have to do something to help the Benevolent Fund, which is for the UK Special Forces. It's like Wounded Warriors here in the States.
I think that'd be more beneficial for these. Ooh, he speaks up on Doge.
Mr. President, there are reports that you were considering merging the United States Postal Service with the Commerce Department. Can you elaborate on if this is something you're considering?
Well, we want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. And we're thinking about doing that, and it'll be a form.
How do these milk companies make money? I know some federal funding, but is it smelling like it's supposed to lose money? Because I feel like they take a loss, but I know that it adds up once you do like 200-300 packages a day, 600-700,000 packages a day. So I think that's where they make their money. But even still, like, I feel like they lose massive amounts of money just on mail. I think they make their money on packages, but that's just on me.
Of a merger, but it'll remain the Postal Service, and I think it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years. It's been just a tremendous loser for this country. Tremendous amounts of money are being lost, and we think we can do something that'll be very good and keep it a very similar way, but whether it's a merger or just using some of the very talented people that we have elsewhere so it doesn't lose so much. It's losing a tremendous amount of money.
Mr. President, some members of Congress in
red districts are facing pushback from voters in town halls. We know that Americans voted for you on the immigration and the economy, but these voters say they're angry and frustrated by these firings. They don't like the work of Elon Musk and these other actions.
A lot of people wanted reform government. I mean, these people's jobs weren't applicable. They weren't very, how do I say it? Meaningful. And Trump, you know, he just kind of did his job, and he's like, don't need you, or actually Elon, he's like, don't need you, what do you do? Not important enough, go, you're out. I think, and then a lot of people took the government buy-in, so he, like, offered to pay them out to do the job. So, I don't understand how, that's possible.
What do you say to that?
Who do you work for?
I work for ABC News, sir.
Who?
ABC News.
No wonder. Let me just tell you that I have today the highest poll numbers I've ever had. I have today the highest poll numbers of any Republican president ever. We haven't even checked the Democrats, but that's what I was just told. And they like the job that we're doing. They like the job that Elon's doing. He's doing something that a lot of people wouldn't have the courage to do. We want to streamline our country. We want to streamline, because you know why? Because we want our country to survive and thrive. And we're finding billions and billions of dollars of waste, fraud, and abuse. Billions, and I mean numbers like you wouldn't believe. And we haven't even started yet. So it's actually just the opposite. We've polled it, and people are thrilled. They can't even believe it's happening. And it won't affect many people. It'll only affect the people that get caught stealing. The waste, fraud.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why people can't get that through the head. They lost your job. They weren't doing anything important. They did find there was waste and fraud. Get rid of them.
Fraud and abuse is at a level like nobody's ever seen. It's been going on for years. And all you have to do is look at the Social Security rolls, look at some of the things, look at where the money is going. The Attorney General's looking into something, environmental protection, $20 billion. And it's out and out fraud. So I think the people are very happy. Yes, please.
Mr. President, I want to ask you about this week, the Secretary spent 4 hours with the European Union trade representative. The European Union has signaled that they would lower tariffs and do a trade deal with the United States.
Yeah, the European Union wants to come back. They've treated us very badly, and the European Union wants to lower their tariffs because of the fact we were paying a fortune of tariffs. We couldn't sell a car there. We couldn't sell our farm products there. They wouldn't take anything. Now all of a sudden they're being very nice, and that's going to happen with a lot of others too. The European Union is wanting to lower its barriers at very low levels. They want to now bring their car number, which was extremely high, down to 2.5%, which is the same thing that we charge. That's reciprocal. See, that's what is happening, reciprocal. And
a lot of people don't understand this. They see like, oh, you know, USA was helping, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, whenever they get caught up, they say, oh, you're taking away jobs. But look at this shit now. He's the businessman. That's why he's in office.
I think it's a big start in the right direction with the European Union.
You called President Zelensky of Ukraine a dictator. Do you think that President Putin of Russia is also a dictator?
I think that President Putin and President Zelensky are going to have to get together, because you know what? We want to stop killing millions of people. You have young soldiers being killed. If you saw the pictures that I saw of the battlefield from satellite, you've never seen any pictures like that. Soldiers are being killed by the thousands a week, thousands of soldiers a week. As we speak, they're being killed. That's why I want to see a ceasefire, and I want to get the deal done. I think we have a chance to get the deal done. I had to make sure that Russia wanted to do it. It's a war that would have never happened if I was president, but it did happen. So I got stuck with it, and I want to stop people from being killed. You know, it doesn't affect the United States very much. It's on the other side of the ocean. It does affect Europe, and we've put in 3 times more money. We're in for $300 billion. They're in for $100 billion. And, you know, Europe is also doing it in the form of a loan. Biden just gave them money. There was no loan. There was no security. There was no anything. So we're going to either sign a deal or...
What? $200 200 billion or something like that. They only got like half of that. That's crazy. So, yeah, they just give it to him without any backing. However, I did hear, or there was something about that the way it was gonna get paid was through tariffs. No, I forgot what it was, but the way that Kamala Harris explained it, it was just dumb. But yeah.
There's going to be a lot of problems with them, so we're going to sign a deal to get security because we have to do that. We're spending our treasure. They're spending their blood. They are, and they're very brave in every way you can imagine. But we are spending our treasure on a country that's very, very far away, and it's okay. But we have to be treated the same as Europe is being treated. Europe gets their money back. Europe is basically giving nothing, because they get it back in the form of a loan, and it's a guaranteed loan. We don't get our money back, and we're losing. I mean, we don't want to do that anymore, so we're signing an agreement, hopefully in the next fairly short period of time, that will assure us that we'll get $400 or $500 billion back. We're in there for $300 billion. Now, one other thing, Europe is at 100. We're at 300.
Do you guys know what Zelensky bought? Let's see. What did Zelensky buy with the money USA gave him? I'm saying him because I don't believe it was I don't think he used it on the war. I've heard he bought houses. Okay. Now, what did he add? I don't know if I didn't spell it right. What did he allegedly buy? Let's see. Is February claims? Oh, see, they embezzled $400 million into diesel fuel purchases, fraudulent arms. Yeah, embezzled $40 million through Parker's arm deals, misused Zelensky. Okay, that's all the same stuff. Somewhere it did say.
We think it has to equalize. In other words, they have to come up with more money, because it has a big effect in Europe. It doesn't have much of an effect on us because we have a big, beautiful ocean in between. But it does affect, and Biden should have never gotten us into this mess. We had an incompetent president who got us into a mess, but we're going to get you out of it. The same thing in the Middle East. We're going to have some good news.
That's crazy because one of the speakers, House Representative, he also did speak up on that. He was all like, you guys all knew that Joe Biden was incompetent, but you guys still made him run. You guys still made him talk, or whatever. I wonder why they had to lie. I think Kamala Harris was in charge for 2.5 years, 3.5 years. That's when everything went downhill, and that's when that war started. But that's just on me.
In the Middle East, what happened yesterday, the sight of those babies was not acceptable to anybody. Nobody's seen anything like it.
Mr. President, are you going to Moscow? There's a report out of France that you're going to Moscow on May 9th.
No, I'm not.
To join President Putin.
I'm not.
And then if I could, sir, just ask you about Kash Patel, who's going to be sworn in soon as your FBI director. Talk to us about your reaction to him getting sworn in and the fact that many agents across the country are concerned that they will be fired en masse for simply just doing their jobs.
No, I think the agents are very happy about Kash. In fact, the agents led the charge for Kash. One of the reasons I loved Kash and wanted to put him in is because of the respect the agents had for him. I think he'll go down as the best ever at that position. And it turned out he was very easy to get approved. You know, I was not sure. He's a tough guy, strong guy. He has his opinions, and I wasn't sure. He turned out to be he went very smoothly. I don't know if he's in the room now. He's going to be in the room very shortly. Where is he? Oh, good. I'm saying the right thing. I can't speak too badly about him. I better be careful. Now, I will say this about Kash, and Howard understands this. one of the reasons that I wanted him is because the agents love this guy and they respect this guy, and this is what they wanted. And even somebody like Trey Gowdy, who's a very good guy, but known as somewhat of a moderate person, he came out with a statement that was so incredible. He said, Kash is an incredible person. People don't realize it. When he said that, there was no doubt left. It was really a big statement made by somebody that's respected and on the moderate side. And I will tell you, I think Kash is going to go down as maybe the best ever when it's all said and done. So I'm glad he's willing to do it. Thank you, Kash.
Tim Cook a little bit more. You talked about. Could you speak a little bit more about your meeting with Tim Cook? You said that he was going to invest hundreds of billions of dollars. There's specific projects that he spoke to you about. What were those?
All over the country. He's going to start building, and he doesn't want to pay tariffs. And he's going to start building, but very big numbers. You have to speak to him. I assume they're going to announce it at some point, but very big numbers. He was here yesterday. I met with him at length, and Apple is coming here with tremendous dollars. They're going to be spending a lot of money in the United States, more than they've ever spent by a factor of probably 10.
Did you reporting that you were signing a memo later to counter digital service taxes?
Well, will you speak? I mean, what are you doing, reading it? Can't you just say it without having to read it?
My question?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Bloomberg, we're reporting that you're expected to sign tariffs or a memo later on tariffs on digital taxes. Is there any idea how high you might go with?
We are going to be doing that. Digital, what they're doing to us in other countries is terrible with digital. So we'll be announcing that. Are we signing it maybe today?
Today.
And we'll talk about that in a little while.
Couple of minutes.
Are you going to put the secretary in charge of the Postal Service?
He's going to look at it. He's got a great business instinct, which is what we need. And he'll be looking at it, and we think we can turn it around. But it is the Postal Service. I mean, we're leaving the Postal Service, but we're losing so much money with the Postal Service, and we don't want to lose that kind of money. So the secretary and some others that have talent, that kind of talent, we'll be looking at.
So how close are you to a minerals agreement with Ukraine, Mr. President?
What?
How close are you to striking a minerals deal?
I think we're pretty
Ukraine?
close, yeah. I think they want it, and they feel good about it, and it's significant, it's a big deal. But they want it, and it keeps us in that country, and they're very happy about it. But it's we get our money back. This should have been signed long before we went in. This should have been signed by Biden, but Biden didn't know too much about what he was doing. The war should have never happened, number one. When it did happen, it could have been settled the first week or 2 weeks. After that, it got bad. It got really bad. But it should have never happened, and it should have been settled, and it could have been settled very easily at the beginning. Now it's tougher, but we'll get it settled.
Germany has elections on Sunday. What are your thoughts? What do you expect to happen in the elections on Sunday?
Who has elections?
Germany.
Oh, Germany. I wish them luck. We got our own problems. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center.
I'm really worried about the safety of my family.
A battle for power is raging in Germany. For the first time since World War II, a far-right party is expected to come second in a general election. And the country is divided.
They threaten my family. My husband's not from Germany. I've come from a Jewish heritage.
I don't want to live under a fascist regime.
When you have no arguments, especially in Germany, then you say Nazi.
We're heading directly in a situation of civil war.
So I'm on a journey through the AfD heartland to find out why some German voters are going far right.
It's a pretty chilly February morning, and we're in the car heading out of Berlin towards the state of Saxony. It's in the east. And the reason we're going there is that the Alternative for Germany, or AfD, party is holding a rally. So basically the plan is head down there, have a chat to some of the people in the crowd and find out what's attracting them to the party.
So as we make our journey, let's run through the four main parties vying for power. In the lead at the moment, the party of former Chancellor Angela Merkel, the Christian Democrats, or CDU, and their CSU allies, led by this man, Friedrich Merz. There's the Social Democrats, or SPD, and the current Chancellor Olaf Scholz, the Greens with Robert Habeck, but polling second is the AfD, a party its leader calls conservative, but is dogged by allegations of racism, Islamophobia, and right-wing extremism, which it denies. Its Chancellor candidate is former banker Alice Weidel. She lives in Switzerland with her wife and kids and has been endorsed by Elon Musk.
I very much hope that that the AfD does well and that Alice Weidel does become Chancellor. I think that would be very good for Germany.
Weidel's right-hand man, Tino Kruppalla, is due to be holding the rally we're heading to. But when we arrive, his opponents are ready and waiting. Anti-AfD protesters have surrounded the building where they'll meet. Many signs accuse the party of being Nazis or fascists. The AfD in Saxony's been officially designated as a far-right extremist group. But they're still the most popular party here, which terrifies some.
I don't want to live in a fascist regime.
The AfD, though, would say that they're not fascist, they're the future for Germany.
They have no solutions. And they just say when there's not more migration, when there's less migration, then everything will be fine.
So while it's not a big crowd here, it is actually quite tense, and we've seen just now the police have arrested some of the people from the anti-AfD side. They've been holding them by the fence there. They just let them go to a huge round of applause, but it shows you that even in AfD strongholds like Saxony, that there's a real tension and a real concern from people who are really worried about the future of Germany and the support for this party.
They know it's unlikely the AfD will get into government as they don't have a majority and know if the party will work with them. But for some, the fact a far-right party's polling second is mind-blowing.
If you speak to an AfD supporter, they'll say, I'm not a fascist, I'm not a racist, but we've taken too many migrants, for example, the country doesn't work for me. Yeah. What's your response to them?
I think they're just talking because if we look at this country, it's not my Syrian refugees whose fault it is that my wages are short or that, that it's crime. It's not refugees. To put all the fault on migrants, that's just wrong. We have to... There's propaganda.
Suddenly, a man trying to get to the AfD rally interrupts.
If you want to compare something, then you can compare the 20s.
It's immediately clear how divided voters are, especially around migration.
I agree with the deportation thing because we have definitely too much foreigners and there's too much violence. I'm worried about that we're heading directly in a situation of civil war.
You think it's that bad?
Yeah, but society is so divided into two parties. I would say that, and there's so much hate and so much violence. I never see a situation like this before.
With that warning, as the police keep the two sides apart, we make our way into the hall where the AfD meeting's being held. Upstairs, a crowd is enthusiastically listening to co-leader Tino Kruppalla. Burly security guards keep an eye out for trouble, but the audience is mainly adored. However, afterwards it seems some want to keep their AfD support hidden. Peter only agrees to speak to us if we don't show his face.
You are being persecuted by such people like Antifa outside, and they are not really Democrats because they are not accepting different opinions. Germany has become very unsafe. I am thinking about leaving the country.
What you hear in there is quite interesting because if you are living in the UK or the US, it's really familiar. It's straight out of the populist playbook, what people are concerned about. So it might be immigration, it could be green.
SPD 14, das wird zum letzten Mal. AfD.
Policies, but it's things that you might have heard from Donald Trump.
The AfD formed in 2013. In the beginning, it was Eurosceptic and anti-Euro with a clear focus on the economy. But in 2015, under new leaders, it moved further right, becoming a radical populist party. The migrant crisis of 2015-16 led to increasingly anti-immigration and anti-Muslim language. Slogans including "Islam does not belong in Germany" and "Burqas, we're more into bikinis" have caused controversy. A number of party members have been accused of trivializing the Holocaust and Germany's Nazi past. In 2024, a party aide was accused of spying for China, and there were national protests after AfD members attended a meeting where the mass deportation of foreigners was discussed. But none of that seems to have dented the AfD's popularity in this election, where immigration is once again in the spotlight. With just over a week to go to the vote, an Afghan man admitted deliberately driving into a trade union protest in Munich. As police hold the 24-year-old, a few meters away, the innocents caught up in this carnage. This is one of a number of alleged attacks carried out by foreign suspects. Here, a Saudi doctor is arrested after allegedly driving into crowds at a Christmas market in Magdeburg. 6 people died and hundreds were injured. As Germans grieve, and try to make sense of the senseless. The debate around migration rages.
So as we head to Magdeburg to find out what people are thinking, I think it's really worth just quickly recapping the migration situation here in Germany. So Germany traditionally takes in the most asylum seekers in the EU. And in 2015, the then Chancellor Angela Merkel announced an open door policy, which saw more than 1 million people arrive. And that helped fuel resentment and has really boosted the anti-migrant AfD.
In December, as Magdeburg mourned, the far right rallied. Asylum seekers out, they shouted. Some marched behind a banner saying remigration. That's a right-wing plan to forcibly deport foreigners en masse.
Where's the Christmas market from here?
Syrian-born Saeed says a division has opened up in the city, and some now see all migrants as the enemy.
I think one person was waiting in the bus station or tram station in Hasselbachplatz, and 3 or 4